we got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Oh yes, welcome one and all to another Mikey Life program. How are you doing? Boy, it's another beautiful day under the sun. You know, life is good. And I can say that because I understand that life is what you make it. Yes, whatever bothers you is because you allow it to. You know what I mean? People talking about you, let them talk. You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah. The words are wind, they do you no harm. You know what I mean? But anyway, hello. It was a rough night last night, boy. I've never seen anything like it during our program last night. For those of you who did not experience it, who were not here. So during our program last night, we got a notification from our program that something is wrong. And when we checked it out, the live that we were on for the past, 20 or so minutes disappeared from Facebook, and we just couldn't resume the broadcast for what, I don't even know how that happened. We had to narrow down that to probably a glitch coming from the Facebook end, all right, because everything was okay here. And we tested it, it was fine. It happened, it seemed like it was something that had to do with Facebook. And also I was trembling. I'm like, hey, I hope Facebook is not, going loco on me. And so we are here now, and it seems like things are working fine again. So welcome. And of course, we apologize for the abrupt end to our program last evening. But here's what. Life goes on. We have some more things to tell you about. Grenadians in Cuba, they are safe after the passage of Hurricane Ian. That hurricane just gained trouble. You understand? So we're going to talk about that as well. Grenada government to seek approval for additional monies for services to the state. We're going to talk about that, and consultation on national sports policy and physical activity on the way. And the interim head coach, we're talking about for the national football team. All right, that's Anthony Nixon Modeste. He's going to be talking about a way forward for the team following its loss against St. Vincent and the Grenadians in Carriacou at the weekend. Of course, it was an international friendly. And we have a special feature for you tonight. It's the nerd who became famous. Yes, the nerd who became famous. That's the theme. So after we do all the hardcore news, then we're going to get into that and talk to them for a little bit, for about 8 minutes or so. All right, so stay tuned to the program for all of that. Folks, we're taking a break and come back. We want to remind you that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digital Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Superb Distributors, and Infinite Contractors. Of course, folks, we want to say thank you to all our sponsors. Folks, when we come back, it could be real news in all your Lili Lolo. So brace all yourself. We will be back.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
That special time of the year is getting closer. So on Saturday, November 5th, Chucky's Promotion presents Soca Parang in the Basket, featuring live from Trinidad, Grunta. Grunta. 3 regional artists, 1 string band, plus top local entertainers. All happening at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more info.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. Oh yes, and so again we'd like to officially welcome everyone to another program, and of course remember that someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and here's what, that person could be you. First off, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development assures the public of the safety of Grenadian students in Cuba following the passage of Hurricane Ian. The ministry has been in contact, they say, with Grenada's ambassador in Cuba, Clarice Charles, who confirmed communication with the students and gave the assurance that everyone is okay. Hurricane Ian made landfall in Cuba as a powerful Category 3 storm on Tuesday, knocking down power to the entire country and causing damage due to flooding and high winds. Imagine the entire country without electricity. You know what I mean? That's hard. That's hard. So they were hard hit by this hurricane. The government and people of Grenada continues, they say, to keep our brothers and sisters in Cuba in our thoughts and prayers at this difficult time, because even if they are okay, that they are safe, but now we have to talk about the aftermath. The fact that So many places are without electricity. Of course, we're gonna. I mean, just think about everything else that can come with that. Yes, so they may have to, toughen up a bit and try to ride out that storm. You know what I mean? That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. But of course, they say that they'll be in contact with them and provide the necessary support. We are moving on. The next thing that we're telling all you about is the consultation on the national policy on sports and physical activity. Now there's so much happening out there, so we have to tell you about that as well. Let me see if I get a business for you. I'm supposed to have a schedule somewhere, but if I don't find it, that's fine, we're going on still. So, the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture invites members of the public to attend and to participate in the reconsultation on the National Policy on Sports and Physical Activities, which commences on October 6, 2022. Now, the nature of the policy is to provide a structured framework, and that is for sports and physical activity in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Now, this reconsultation will allow all stakeholders to contribute their recommendations on the national policy on sports and physical activity delivery. Now, there will be a series of reconsultation in St. John, St. Mark, St. Andrew, St. Patrick, St. David, St. George, and Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Now, the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture once again invites you to attend and to participate in the reconsultation within your parish. And I know that we had a schedule. Let me see if I can just pull that schedule up really quick. But I think what that will do is to kind of like give you an idea. You know, I think it will put us. Oh, right. So here we go. So in St. John, that's October 6th, St. John Anglican Primary School. Then we have, so that's for the 6th of October. Then on the 11th of October, they'll be in St. Mark Secondary School. On the 13th, St. Andrew Methodist School. On October 18th, MacDonald College. October 20th, Corinth Government School. October 27th, Grenada Boys Secondary School. November 3rd, it's going to be happening at the Hillsborough Secondary School, and all consultations will start at 5 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. Again, all consultations will be happening from 5 p.m. on the days that I just mentioned, and I think those are important. We are moving on again. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, when members of the House of Representatives meet tomorrow, they will be called to approve a supplementary appropriation bill which provides for an additional sum of $194,702,991 EC dollars for the service of the state. Now, this feature is expected to generate much debate. Now, of the amount will be $60 million, which will go towards the pension and gratuities. Other monies will go towards services provided by several ministries. Now, the sitting is the first following the opening of the 11th Grenada Parliament, which was punctuated with the formation of a new government administration in view of the National Democratic Congress, the NDC's victory at the polls on January 23, 2022. Now, at tomorrow's session also will be the selection of several parliamentary committees, including the Public Accounts Committee, which conducts oversight of the government's finances. Earlier, we are moving on. How are we looking for time? Next story for Oli and Oli Lili Lolo. 200 scholarships were recently awarded to Grenadian students by the Keith Mitchell Foundation. In the 5th year running, the foundation is awarded academic scholarships to Grenadian youth. Now, established in 2017 and named after former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, the foundation has assisted over 450 young persons across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique with over $200,000 in scholarships awarded to date. Now, the Keith Mitchell Foundation is dedicated to assisting families facing economic hardship, all right, with, And that will be with covering with covering the cost of uniforms and textbooks and other necessities to aid in their children's academic pursuits. Now, in support of all scholarship recipients, Dr. Mitchell shared his message of hope for today's youth. He says his life has been about service to the people of Grenada, whether in or out of government. All right, to be impactful during servitude. According to him, one's actions must address the future, and what better way to shape the future of a nation than to provide educational support of its young people. All right, good. Right, and we have posted a whole thing on the business for you so that you can take a look at that. All right, we are moving on. How are we looking for time again? Now, we told you that the national football team knew, because they have set new guidelines for persons to become members of the national football team. Yes, and so they've used 100% local players to form the national football team, and they had their first engagement, and of course they did not form that team very long. It's just about a month or two. All right, so they had their first engagement on the weekend, and that was an international friendly against St. Vincent and the Grenadians, in which Grenada was defeated 3-1. Of course, in favor of St. Vincent and the Grenadians. Now, interim head coach Anthony Nixon Modeste, he's been speaking of the way forward following that defeat out there in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. All right, now, the Spice Boys, they are scheduled to head over to St. Vincent to play the same Vincy team on Saturday, October 1st, 2022 at Victoria Park, and that game is going to be at 4:30 p.m. Here is the head coach, interim head coach, Nixon Modeste.
We are disappointed, but we know it's a work in progress. This is our first game really as a unit. It's more or less a new unit with the national program, and we just need to continue working. I think with more games and more experiences in and around the Caribbean or outside the Caribbean, the team will get better. We'll have a look at the clippings. We know we can play much better than we did today. Some of our experienced players didn't come to the game, if I may say so. But as I said, it's a work in progress. We'll be ready. The coaching staff will have a meeting. We will visit the tape and fix where we need to fix to be ready for next weekend's game.
Thank you very much. All right, we're looking forward to that. Okay, as we head over now, perfect timing, to our feature for tonight. It's called The Nerd Who Became Famous. The story is told of Amelia and Ava. Okay, let me show you the cover of that. Right, so here's this, and that's the book itself. All right, so let's tell you about this. The story is told of Amelia and Ava, both who have dreamt of becoming pop stars like their idol, the world's most famous pop star, you know. Now, they are twins, but they have very different personalities. Ava is the most popular girl at the school, and a typical mean girl with a gang of bullies always at her side. Amelia is the smartest kid in the school, known to all as the nerd. She wears a huge pair of glasses, and they're ugly, very ugly, and her hair is always in a messy bun. You know, they say here nappy. And all the kids made fun of her and treated her very mean. Even her own sister. That's the story. The nerd who became famous. Now, what's interesting about this is this story is told by an 11-year-old Grenadian girl who herself has experienced or has been a victim of bullying by her classmates and persons within the school. And so tonight we talk to her and her mom, Becky being her mom, and Bethany Felix. All right, and they are telling us their story of how this whole thing came about. How this entire thing came about. Let's go over to Mommy and her beautiful daughter. And folks, as I was telling you, now we have with us Becky and Bethany Felix. Ladies, hello and welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mikey.
Okay, great. And folks, I'm happy to say, and you can see it in the background, Bethany, can you show us what's going on in the background there?
I just turned 13 yesterday.
Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday to you. Sweet 13 she is. And of course, no better time to have this discussion than now. So, Bethany, you wrote a book. You published your first book. And can you tell us about that book and why you decided to publish that book?
So the name of my book is called The Nerd Who Became Famous. It's about twin sisters. One's popular, one's a nerd. The nerd, she gets bullied at school, and the other one does not get bullied. So no matter what people told to the nerd, she never gave up on her dream of becoming a pop star and pursued in the end.
Oh, nice. Go ahead.
I wrote the book to help others who have been bullied and being told mean things about them. So like no matter what anyone tells you, you can always do it if you put your mind to it. Don't let no one tell you that you're ugly or you're stupid or you can't do this. Always do it. Don't give up.
Well, that's an interesting story. But what was the inspiration for this? Were you yourself being bullied against at school or in your community?
So yes, personally, when I was younger in school, I was getting bullied. People were taking my things. People were calling me names. And especially when I was in 6th grade, when a teacher complimented me and told me about how I did on my work and about my grades, one of the students called me names and called me all sorts of things and tried to make me feel bad about myself. So this is why I kind of like wrote this story to help others who've been through the exact same thing to like never give up no matter what anyone tells you.
Wow, that's an inspiration right there itself. And let's talk to Mommy. Mommy, talk to me about how this evolved for you. So you hear from your daughter that she wanted to write a book or publish a book. Did you think that this was going to get this far?
Well, Mikey, no. Actually, right, when the child was at the age of 6, we noticed she kept writing and the stories were very lengthy. I'm talking about she has a book filled with about 30 stories and each of them is about 3-4 pages long, right? And she kept on telling us that she really wants to become an author, but we just light it off. Being parents, sometimes we just say okay. And the person who really paid attention to her is my late father, Mr. Aaron Langine, a former teacher at the St. Andrew's Methodist School. He will sit and listen intently to every story my daughter wrote. And he will tell her, publish your books. And even time went on, 7, 8, 9. He will sit and listen every day when she comes from RC school in Granville. My father will sit and listen to that child. Every story she wrote, and he said, girl, publish your books. So we moved to the US in January 2020, straight into the pandemic. And then she was bullied online in 2021. And she just sat there and she came across and knocked the door. So my husband and I were sitting there. And she said, Mom, Dad, I wrote a book and I really want you all to publish it. We said, what? She wrote the book in one day. We sat, we listened, and she read it to us. And we said, what? You wrote this like sitting in the room there? And we said, okay, let's do it. And here we are. We went through the long, tedious task, but it's worth it. And I'm very proud of her, and I give God thanks and praise. And I thank you for having us on your show.
That's such a good story, man. I love that. There are so many people who have gone through what Bethany has gone through and probably do not have the avenue or can come up with a way in which they can, be a support to others like themselves. So I'm happy that through her experience, she's able to articulate her experience in such a manner and give encouragement to those who might be facing the same thing. Now, in terms of the publishing of the book and so on, I know that must have been a tedious process. So well, I see you shaking your head. Tell us about the journey in getting that from her notebook to being published.
Yes, it was very, very hard because first when you try to identify a credible publishing company, then you have to submit the work. Then after you do that, now you have to wait for the editor. Then the editor have to go through this long process back and forth, and make sure that everything is edited in the way that you want it without changing the child's story,
Right.
just the commas and stuff, right? Because we don't want them to put anything that a child writes, And then after that, the former designer, the illustrator, the illustration was a lot because sometimes they put the picture under the wrong paragraph, which does not describe the scene. But in the end, it's worth it, So it's worth it. It's a really good thing, and I encourage all children to who sit there and say, you know what, I want to do something. Reach out, get the help. You never know. You never know. And parents, sometimes we slide our children and we don't look at their talent sometimes. It took my father to say, may his soul rest in peace. Said, no, let this child publish a book. She's talented. At 6 years old, she's talented.
Right. And so, speaking of publishing, where can the book be found?
Right now, the book is available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. And presently in Grenada, we have a shipment. We have a shipment available. You can contact me on my phone number, or you can contact me on my via Facebook, inbox me. And the pickup locations is at Village Bakery in Crowshoe and at Harper's Music School in Grenville, St. Andrews.
Okay, so what are the contact numbers?
My number, that's
yes,
fine.
please. You could go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you can contact me at 347-617-7107, or you can inbox me on FB at Becky the Lion Queen Langai. And I must say thank you. I know there are people watching right now who purchased the books already. Those who pre-orders, those who paid. I say thank you very much for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you, Mikey Live, for letting us giving us the honor to be a guest so we can showcase our work on your platform. And I say thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Well, I wish you guys all the best. I hope to see many more books to come. This is just the start of it, I'm sure. And so let's just see what else is to come from Bethany Felix. Bethany, do you have plans to write another book, and what's the theme of it, if you have?
Yes, actually, I've already been started on my second book, the part 2 of The Nerd Who Became Famous. All I have to do is fix it up a little, and then maybe there might be an actual part 2. Who knows?
All right, well, let's see. All right, let's wait and see. Well, ladies, thank you very much, and all the best to you and the family, and of course for the sale of the book.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
You're welcome. The Nerd Who Became Famous. Thank you very much, Bethany, and I think it's worth checking it out. All right. Thank you as well, Becky. And of course, you can get those books. The book actually is currently on Amazon. So and I see that they're doing good with the ratings and things. So yeah. All right. So you're looking for The Nerd Who Became Famous, and it's a very affordable book on Amazon. All right. Or again, you can order via the different mediums in which she explained. Family, we're gonna a nice story, right? Yeah. Sometimes your children go through a lot of things and do not know how to express themselves about it, or how to fight back, how to redirect that negative energy. And so her daughter was able to do so by virtue of publishing a book. So I mean, the sky is the limit, if you ask me. I think that was really good by the family. Taking a break again, coming back. When we do, we got for you the national report and the weather. So stay right there. And I see that some of you have not yet, what going on, Dad? I see some of you have not shared the program yet. So I'm encouraging you to go ahead and share the minutes. You see, sharing is caring, sharing is important. And again, remember, someone sharing tonight's program, maybe I might double up the monies, the credit. Someone sharing tonight's program will received some free credit compliments. Did yourself. We'll be back.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at when left you come first. Save energy, save a dime, reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at when left you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at when left you come first.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now what I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based.
Web-based?
Yes, you access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch. Look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
Okay, watch. All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Hey, Just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right, you can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
Right, so you click on those three dots, right, or your web browser setting, and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy.
Well, thank you. Now I could help Auntie June because she was having the same problem too.
The Nawasa app, versatile, fast-paced, and always up to date because it's web-based. So Auntie June won't always have to install update. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
That special time of the year is getting closer. So on Saturday, November 5th, Chucky's Promotion presents Soca Parang in the Basket, featuring live from Trinidad, Scrunta. Scrunta. 3 regional artists, 1 string band, plus top local entertainers. All happening at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more info.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you'll be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Construction of Six Senses Luxury Resort progressing on schedule. Bringing you details to this story and more in the National Report.
I think I've decided. I want this one.
Excuse me. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Can you tell me why it is you decided to purchase this fridge?
Sure, because it's a lot cheaper, looks good, and if I should say, does the same job as all the others.
I see. Can I show you something?
No problem.
See what the sign says? It said this appliance uses natural refrigerants.
So...
This refrigerator uses green cooling technology with natural refrigerants, which is environmentally friendly and does not harmful to the environment and the ozone layer. Equipments like these will greatly reduce your electricity bill, last longer, perform better, and protect the environment, and will give you the peace of mind in knowing that you are doing your part in creating a more environmentally responsible world for current and future generations.
So you're telling me that this fridge right here may cost a little more now, but I can save on my electricity bill? It will perform better and last longer than this other one and have all the things you just said?
Oh yeah.
Remember, when purchasing an AC or refrigerator for your home or business, be sure to ask for the one that uses natural refrigerants. Go green.
Let's beware, let's beware. Cooling going green, you hear? So the ozone layer won't disappear. So let's go green, using natural refrigerants, let's go green.
With the details to the news for Wednesday, September 28th, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams, says his government wants to ensure that the people of Grenada benefit from major projects like the Six Senses Luxury Resort project, which is currently underway in St. David. He was speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, which immediately followed a site visit organized by project developers Range Development. The site visit and press conference were held to provide an update on the progress of the project.
When we give concessions and we make it viable for businesses to come to Grenada to invest, I call this a corporate responsibility, where you help develop the people in Grenada. And I applaud you for that. And I wish much more corporate or much more businesses or investors can do the same as Range. We are aware of some of the challenges that exist in Grenada. And as a new government, we are really pumped to face them and to make it more viable for Grenadians to strive. And let me just say that you have our commitment, and it's a two-way street. And just as though you want us to help you, we want you to also help us.
Construction of the Six Senses 5-star luxury resort is progressing within schedule. Mohammed Asaria, co-owner and director of Range Development, says the resort is nestled in one of the most picturesque locations and will be the envy of the other two resorts in St. Kitts and Dominica.
This resort will be transformative for Grenada's tourism industry. It will mark the first 5-star branded hotel in Grenada, which in turn will attract the most discerning travelers. Under the stewardship of Mr. Neil Jacobs, CEO of Six Senses Hotels and Resorts, the Six Senses brand has become the undisputed market leader when it comes to luxury leisure tourism. Neil, thank you for visiting us in Grenada today, and we're exceptionally proud that Six Senses are our hotel operating partner for this project. Ladies and gentlemen, Six Senses was named as the #1 hotel brand globally for the past 3 years by the prestigious Travel and Leisure magazine. We should all be proud and pleased that Six Senses chose Grenada for their first resort, not just in the Caribbean, but in all of North America. And together, we are going to ensure Six Senses Grenada becomes the leading property in Six Senses portfolio and the #1 hotel in the Eastern Caribbean.
CEO of Six Senses Hotels, Resorts and Spa, Neil Jacobs, says the Caribbean holds a special place in his heart as he has lived and worked in neighboring Barbados for a number of years. He says it is gratifying to see the progress that has been made.
For me, this is kind of a very, very special moment to be able to say that we are about to open what will be, without question, one of the most extraordinary properties in the Caribbean. The physical aspect speaks for itself. The design is world class. But I believe that what is going to bring this to life and ensure success is programming, is some of the things we do, is our relationship with community, it's our relationship with our employees whom we call hosts, and it's about bringing the values of Six Senses, which are a little different to many of our hotel competitors, to this beautiful place, to this beautiful island and the site.
The rather excited CEO says that though they are a medium-sized brand, there is a high focus on wellness.
When we talk about that, we talk about physical wellness, we talk about spiritual wellness, whatever each person's spirituality may be, is perhaps not the point. We talk about mental wellness, which in today's world, especially as we emerge from COVID, is a huge, huge problem, alongside loneliness, which is probably the number one ailment in the world today, given what we've been through in the last 3 years. So we will bring to this hotel programming around all of these elements that really ensure that every guest that leaves the property is going to leave Six Senses, leave Suggest, leave Grenada in a better place.
Also in attendance at the site visit and press conference were co-owner and director of Range Developments Kamal Shahada, Honorable Lennox Andrews, Honorable Philip Telesford, Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, Senator the Honorable Salim Ramahan, along with P.S. Kim Frederick, CEO of the GTA, and CBI officials, among others. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development assures the public of the safety of Grenadian students in Cuba following the passage of Hurricane Ian. The ministry has been in contact with Grenada's ambassador in Cuba, Clarice Charles, who confirmed communication with the students and gave the assurance that everyone is safe. Hurricane Ian made landfall in Cuba as a powerful Category 3 storm on Tuesday, knocking out power to the entire country and causing damage due to flooding and high winds. The government and people of Grenada continue to keep our brothers and sisters in Cuba in our thoughts and prayers at this difficult time. Grenada's 2022 mid-year report will be presented at a meeting of the House of Representatives on Thursday. The supplementary appropriation bill will also be brought before the House. This bill seeks to make provisions for the appropriation of an additional sum of $194,702,991 to service the state of Grenada for the fiscal year 1st January to 31st December 2022. The proceedings will be broadcast live from 9 a.m. on GIS Channel 22, the GIS Facebook page, and YouTube channel. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Government, through the Ministry of Legal Affairs, will implement structures to enhance the working conditions of people in the judicial system, as well as the physical structures in which they operate. 1 week after assuming office as Attorney General, Honorable Claudette Joseph met with staff of the various departments of the legal system and Commissioner of Police and members of his team. During the government's post-cabinet press briefing on Tuesday, she said 2 immediate outcomes of those meetings were improvements in the security to the physical infrastructure and personnel within the system and strengthening the human resource capacity. As part of the broader policy, Minister Joseph says government is also working to ensure that unestablished, temporary, and long-standing contract workers in the legal system are regularized. The Grenada Cabinet has given full support to the Ministry of Legal Affairs to properly staff the court reporting unit, which she says is severely understaffed. She also spoke of plans to enhance the physical space in which staff in the legal system operates.
We have taken steps to secure the very fragile information and documents housed at the vault of the Supreme Court Registry. Those are going to be relocated to a more suitable and conducive location. We are going to relocate and reopen the mediation center and the court reporting unit of the Supreme Court Registry. Those 2 offices will be located on the ground floor of the Clico building on Yonge Street. That building currently houses the high courts. So all of those functions will be in the same place, and I'm even happier to report that the mediation center will be now accessible to persons, easily accessible to persons who are differently abled, because the previous location did not allow for that at all.
The Law Library, which has been closed since 2016, will also be restocked and reopened. It will be located in the Millennium Building at the bottom of Gore Street in St. George's. Residents of St. Patrick are clamoring for an immediate intervention from government to address the breakwater issue at Mount Rodney. They raised the subject at the Ministry of Finance's Parish Budget Consultation, which was held at MacDonald College on Tuesday. While the breakwater issue was addressed by the past administration, residents say the problem with the water has resurfaced. They fear if something is not done soon, there could be loss of life and livelihood.
I would hope through policy that the government do something serious about the effects of the breakwater in Mount Rodney. I mean, I had a conversation this evening with one of the affected residents there, and I know some work has been, preliminary work has been done there, but it is not sufficient. It is not adequate, and I would want to call on the government to proactively move, in haste, to mitigate the remaining thing that is there. Something has to be done speedily.
We need something, well, I call it the wall. It's a wall, it's not a breakwater. But we need something done about it. I was down on the beach 2 days ago. People are living 5 foot from the sea. It's dangerous. We've been promised, I was talking to the previous administration, they promised in February that the thing was out to tender. It would be happening now. I'm not seeing anything happening. Something needs to be done. The sea is in the road. It was in the road the other night really badly. And, we have to get something done about it. The old people are coming back to the Hilarion home. If that road goes, it's going to cost huge amounts of money. So, something has to be done, and quickly. I'm hoping that's the first priority for St. Patrick.
Other matters were raised at the meeting include the creation of programs to ensure Grenada is food secure, upgrading infrastructure, and creating employment, among others.
A lot of people in this country is unemployed. A lot of people. And especially young people. They are coming from school, from colleges and from universities, and they are They have the qualification, but there is very little for them to do. One of the areas that I would like to see the government implement a policy that would affect, it may not be a whole lot of people, but it will make a dent. If you start chipping on that wall to cut it, all the little pieces make a difference. The port is presently now secured by the police. It is time that the port institute their own security to take care of the affairs on the port and put the police back into the force to do the regular policing.
I would like to see a big boost into agriculture. I don't want to talk agriculture. I don't want to see figures on paper. I want to see it in action. Starting in the schools, starting with the 4-H, teaching children how to make compost and they could practice it back home. This is what I want to see. When we're talking about chicken, as a member of the Poultry Growers Association, we had a share, we just couldn't make it. In Trinidad, they don't import chicken. KFC buy chicken from the local growers. KFC season their chicken to suit them, where the money stay, right in Trinidad. Look at the egg production. Under the past crime ministers, we have been seriously defeated. All coming up to Cricket World Cup. We have farmers here who was able to grow eggs and meat to supply our country. But the past crime ministers, they give their friends right away to bring in containers of eggs and selling it much cheaper. Look at the cost of feed. What I'm telling you is because I have the facts of it. St. Vincent used Grenada feed because it's one of the best feed in the region. The government subsidized the cost of feed to encourage people to farm in St. Vincent. St. Vincent farmers are paying less for a bag of feed that make in Grenada here than we farmers in Grenada.
From the bus terminal to Chapel Bridge, it's over 20 years. That road has been very bad. A lot of all you here don't know about from Davy Road go up to over Chapel. When you reach around by the Great House, there is a ditch in the road there, which is a culvert that have been done more than 30-something years now. Tourist buses does be passing there to come up to Pitians and the other hotel sectors. It is a serious hazard. And over 20 years now, we've been trying to get that done. And nothing has been happening.
When you look at St. Patrick's have a lot of potential in terms of culture, sightseeing, different tourism attraction, and a lot more could be done. For instance, we have the most sites in Grenada. We have Leapers Hill, we have Lake Antoine, Livera Beach, the Livera Lake, we have other plantation houses, and a lot more could be done to boost tourism. Because when you look at other countries, they are developing the tourism market and sites. But when you look at Leapers Hill, as my cousin there said, nothing has been done to enhance the tourism attraction sites. Tourists come year after year and they see the same thing. I do taxi driving and I carry tourists around Grenada. And they come and they don't see nothing, no difference.
That story has brought us to the end of the National Report for today, Wednesday, September 28th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisann Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chrisann, and the rest of the GIS News team. We now want to take a look at the weather, see what it's like for tonight and tomorrow. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with the isolated showers becoming occasionally cloudy with few brief to widely scattered early morning showers and the possible isolated thunder. Tonight's minimum temperature 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. And For Thursday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and breezy with few brief to widely scattered showers and the possible isolated thunder improving during the night. Now the max temperature 30.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum 25.5. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. And before we wrap, we say hello to the folks who are currently viewing via our YouTube channel. We say hello to you, and we are always happy to know, in fact, that you are there. So blessings to all of you on YouTube. Suzanne, Anya, Greens 473, it's Clovey. I mean, everybody who's there, hello to you guys, all right? And to those of you who are also tuned in, but you're via Facebook, we want to say hello to you. Or how did you guys achieve that target? Shireen, you want to tell me what the trick was for tonight? It's unbelievable. Blessings to the sharing committee. That's what we call them. It's Java and the crew, the sharing committee for our live, blessing to you. Claudette, Eunice, Kireen, Miriam, Ezra, Liz, Velma. Blessings to you. Who else is Pingling and Java, Nistra. Blessings to you as well. And Claire, how are you doing, Claire? And Adonna, what's going on, Adonna? Blessings to you as well. Jacinta is with us as well. Jacinta, praise and worship. Hello. Who else? And everybody, really and truly, I don't know how y'all did this. You all said lots of begging. It's Clovey, how are you? Well, you have to be, because I mean, I don't understand this. You guys are amazing, man. You guys met your target tonight. Catherine, Wendy, and yeah, we didn't have our biggest audience tonight. In fact, it was a small audience tonight. So I say, okay, they go, that's how they go about hard time meeting their target tonight, but it doesn't seem so. Diane, how are you? Who said, yeah, it's Clovey. I see that. Osric and Nobian, blessings to you. The Black Hearts, and of course, everyone else, really. Blessings to you, and you know how much I appreciate you. I think, okay, Miriam, got you. I don't know, man. I just wish that I could meet every one of you, every single one of you, give you a hug and tell you how much I appreciate you. Salian, how are you doing? We want to say blessings to you as well, Salian. And everyone else, really. I see that there are some people who still have not yet shared. Doris, how are you doing? I see that. Della, how are you? Curtis, Nelsia. I see that there's still some people who have not yet shared, so we're looking forward to them sharing as well. Anne, how are you? Blessings to you as well. We're looking forward to more shares, so thanks again, every one of you, man. Yeah, man, the people getting to know the business. Okay, so Olia, Delian, how are you? Delian, blessings to you as well. Delian, if digital give you any trouble, let me know, so I could pull a string for you and twist a hand or two for you, okay? I don't want to pull a string for you in front of everybody, you know what I mean? So, but if you have any difficulty, let me know, and I'll make things happen for you, okay? Veronica, how are you doing? So, yeah, man, everybody, thank you for watching again, and may God bless you and your family. And, yes, yes, Kireen, your son is celebrating, CJ is celebrating his birthday today, right? So let's say happy birthday to him. I don't see him on the live, but anyway, he might be listening. So we say happy birthday to him, and may God continue to bless this young boy, this young man, in fact. So blessings to him. All right, happy birthday to him. Angie, how are you? So take care, guys, and may God bless you. Okay, let's go now, man. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, Ja, no. Blessings. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.